If I had some time off during this holiday season, what Nintendo games would I play?
Ho, ho, ho!
So when I started putting this list together, I thought to myself, what games would be enjoyable just to sit down, have some eggnog, the turkey's in the oven, the house smells of that Christmas cheer, and I'm just gonna sit down and play some Nintendo games. So some classic games that would be great to just sit down and relive that nostalgia for this holiday season would be any of the Mario games. Any one of these three would be great. The first one, I feel like I just do like the first two levels, warp zone it, continue. So sit down and play all the way through this one. Could get a little frustrating, but it's a great one. This one definitely challenges you with every step it takes. It shows you what to do and then makes you do it. So just take your time, figure this one out if you haven't already. Great game. The second one, it was Doki Doki Panic in Japan, but you get to play as 4 different characters in this one, and they all have different options. Figure out which one works the best for you for that level, and just have fun with it. Relive that nostalgia. The third one, a classic platformer. This is such a great game. I can't imagine just opening a present on a Christmas morning and it's that yellow box with Mario on it and you get to play Super Mario Brothers 3. That would have been so much fun. I know I got this. I don't remember if I got it for a birthday or for a Christmas. It was probably a Christmas, but I wish I had that memory in my memory banks. If you do have that memory, let me know. If there's a game in here that you got for Christmas, let me know. If there's one that you think would be a great game to play this holiday season, let me know in the comments as well. So Super Mario Brothers 3, classic platformer, awesome game, lots of new power-ups, lots of fun to be had here. There's some secrets, there's those warp whistles. I love the top-down map on this one, and every one of these levels is fun, and there is some snow levels, so it is kind of thematic for the holiday season, depending on where you're from, I guess.
Mario! Mario! Mario!
He's back. All you had to do was ask. Super Mario Brothers 3 from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
Let's say you have a bigger family and the cousins are over for that Christmas celebration. You want to put a Nintendo game in that everyone can play. You can play together. Well, this one's a 4-player game. If you have the 4-score or the multi-tap, it's going to be RC Pro-Am 2. Now, RC Pro-Am 1 is a lot of fun, but this one you can play 4 players, which brings us to that next level, in my opinion. Now, make sure you pick up the bonuses on the track while you're racing around, knocking your friends into the wall. Watch out for the bombs coming from those planes in some levels, and upgrade those vehicles. Make sure you're picking up as much cash as possible, getting first place as much as possible, and then upgrade that vehicle. If you're not willing to lose a friendship over a Nintendo game, you're not playing hard enough, in my opinion. So have fun with this. A lot of laughing, a lot of joking around. This is a great game in general to play as a group on the NES. Will be a lot of fun during the holiday season. It's got that top-down look of that racetrack. I love it. It's classic looking to me, and it's RC Pro-Am. I love RC Pro-Am. Now, let's say you have like a week off and you want to play an RPG. Well, a really good one on the system, the only one of this series on the NES, is going to be Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is a great series, great set of games. If you have the Nintendo and you want to get this one, this is so much fun. It can get a little grindy. There's a lot of adventuring in this one. It's open world. You have a lot of fun with this. Some of the clues and puzzles can get a little difficult. A walkthrough isn't the worst thing on one of these RPGs, in my opinion. If you get stuck, look it up, continue on. Get stuck again, do the same thing. Make sure you level up your characters and just have fun with this one. Just sit down, be relaxed, take that week off from school or work, and have fun with an RPG. Final Fantasy is a great series. I actually got Final Fantasy VII for Christmas one year. I remember opening that one up. I remember sitting all day. The smell of the turkey in the oven surrounding me, eating candy canes, eating chocolates, and playing Final Fantasy VII. Great games. all the Final Fantasy ones. This is an awesome game on the Nintendo for an RPG. But maybe you have a little more time than that, or maybe you're just really good at roleplay games, and you want a series of games on the NES. Well, you could always go with the Dragon Warrior series, because there's 4 of these ones. Now, Dragon Warrior 1 is the classic. It's one that we're all probably aware of. This is your classic RPG, first one of the series, one of the first ones on the NES, and a lot of fun. I think I'd go with one of the later ones if I was just going to jump into it and didn't really care. But if you're looking to play one, looking to play them in order, this is a great game. The menu selection is a little difficult, and it is an older game, so you have to keep that in mind while you're playing this one. But this one is a lot of fun. Now, the second one in the series, also a lot of fun. This is a really fun game. Again, that classic RPG styling, a lot of fun. But if I'm picking one out of the series, it's probably going to be the third one. This one, super open worldy, lots and lots of side quests. Did take a kind of a leap and a jump to get to this one for everything on it. Great game, getting a little pricier. So much fun though. I love this one because it is what it is. Great game in the series. There's also the fourth one. I kind of wish they would have continued with the open worldiness they did in this one with lots of side quests. This one's good, but definitely the third one, the best one of the series, in my opinion, on the NES. Let me know, is there one on here that you think is better than the other one? And am I wrong? Is the first one the best one? That's just my opinion. So if you're looking for one of these, great game. And there's 4 of them in that series. On a side note, if you're looking for a fun one that's a little different, maybe not so mainstream, you can always get Destiny of an Emperor. This is a great game, so much fun. Classic RPG, and there's that all-in command on this one where you can just make all your guys fight. Careful with that though. Make sure you equip your characters. But maybe you have fond memories of the Akari Warriors, even though they can get really difficult. And maybe you just want an Akari Warriors style game that you can just have fun with and never really die in. Well, you can always pick up Guerrilla War. This one's a lot of fun because it has infinite continues. It's that same top-down styling of the Akari Warriors series, but like I said, you can just play it until the end because you're never gonna fully die in this one unless you don't hit continue. I like that you can get in the tanks and drive those around in this one. This is one that will be fun to get the family together, sit down, and just play it all the way through. Just pass the controller off when you die to the next person and see how long they can last in Guerrilla War. I like that I'm blowing up the sandbags, hiding in like the trenches. It's got some fun little upgrades to your weapons, and like I said, I'm never gonna die. I can play this all the way through and be relaxed while I'm doing it. Because you know what? Yeah, I suck at it, but you know what? I had fun because I didn't have to worry at all. Yeah, I might not feel as accomplished as being an Akari Warriors, but you know what? I had fun with this one. And Guerrilla War is a pretty cheap game. Again, one that you can just have fun with your friends or family this holiday season and not worry about much while you're playing it. But maybe you do want a bit of a challenge. You have some time to just sit around and relax this holiday season. Well, a game that is a little difficult and does have a little bit of backtracking in it, it's gonna be Blaster Master. This one's super fun because it has different styles of gameplay throughout it. You start off, you're in that tank, you jump out, you're a little tiny guy, you swim down, go in the door. Next thing you know, it's that top-down look. Careful with this one. As you upgrade your weapons, if you take damage, you lose those upgrades. That does take a little bit of skill. This is fun. This is one that I've never actually fully sat down and played all the way through. And I think I might actually do that this holiday season. I might actually sit down and finally play Blaster Master all the way through. Because it is an adventure of a game. If there's a blizzard outside, I'm just gonna stay in my pajamas, have some hot chocolate, and play this one. This is one that I'm gonna play for an hour or two, set the controller down, leave the console on, and come back to and play a little bit more of. I'm actually really excited to do that. I'm really excited to play this. Can't wait for a day when I can just sit down and not do anything other than play this and have a good time doing it. I'm excited to explore in this one. You definitely do need to backtrack. I would map out where I was going a little bit, or at least try to remember which way I'm going to get back to where I think I need to go. But it is a lot of fun. Blaster Master, 100% one that I'm gonna play this holiday season. Now, let's say you don't have a whole week to play an RPG, but you want something that maybe makes you think a little bit. Well, every one of the puzzle games in this series is awesome. My buddy Travis over at Woodman Classics thinks one of these is a phenomenal game. It's going to be the Adventures of Lolo series. These are so much fun. I love that every enemy kind of does something different. There's definitely some problem solving in this one. You're definitely going to need to start some of these levels over again as you figure out what the enemies do and how to do it. And you're going to need some quick reflexes on some of these levels. The first one is awesome. The second one is great. And I know Travis loves the third one. This really is a masterpiece in that series. And I do wish Nintendo would bring them back. Come on. Bring back Lolo, the Adventures of Lolo series. So much fun. You can definitely sit down and in a day play all the way through one of these. It's going to take some thinking, but I know you can figure it out. These are amazing games. Any one of these would be awesome to pick up and play this holiday season. Now, if you want a fun platformer that's not one of the Mario games or a Mega Man game or something like that, you could always go with DuckTales or Rescue Rangers. These are so much fun. Rescue Rangers is a great two-player game. You can have so much fun with this one. Picking up the items, hiding the sprites in both of these are awesome. I like that there's different ways you can go on Rescue Rangers, different paths you can take between those levels. This one's so much fun. Just be careful because you can definitely accidentally take out the other player in it, but this one's so much fun. Great game to just sit down and play all the way through. A little bit challenging, but definitely one that you can play through. And then DuckTales. This is so much fun. I love the levels in this. I love the sprites in it. I love bouncing on his pogo cane. All of that is amazing. There's a little bit of problem solving to it, but you know what? You could introduce this to a younger cousin, maybe one of your kids, show them one of these, get them playing them, and then you know what? Go on like Disney Plus and put one of the cartoons on, because I love that as a kid personally, that I was watching an awesome cartoon and then I got to play an awesome video game that's directly attached to that and has characters from that cartoon in the game. These ones are amazing and would be great to introduce young kids to. Maybe bring them into the hobby. Get them loving the Nintendo the way we used to. And if you want to spend the money and get the second ones in the series, DuckTales 2 and Rescue Rangers 2, I think I like the first two better. These are higher value games in that like $200 to $400 range, depending on where you are and what currency you're paying in. But they're also great games, a lot of fun. And if you've got a friend or family member that is into those higher end Nintendo games, and you're willing to spend the money, either one of the second ones of those series would be a great gift for Christmas. I mean, you're definitely going to pay some money for them though.
We invited an expert team to our laboratory to give us their opinions of Disney's DuckTales video game from Capcom.
Yes! Awesome!
You'll have exciting adventures helping Scrooge McDuck escape danger and become the richest duck in the world.
Cool. Totally hot. Way radical, man. Excellent. It's a quacker. Oh!
Disney's DuckTales game for your Nintendo Entertainment System by Capcom.
But if you're looking to buy a game, you're looking for something that is wrapped in gold for this holiday season to go with the tinsel on your Christmas tree, you could always go with one of the Legend of Zelda games. Now, they do have the gold cartridges. They also have gray cartridges of these, but the gold ones are the classic ones, in my opinion, and they're so much fun. I finished both of these. Legend of Zelda, an amazing adventure of a game. You're gonna have to spend some time figuring it out, backtracking, adventuring around that map. But if you got some time this holiday season, you just want to sit around in your pajamas and play an adventure of the Nintendo game. The first one in the Legend of Zelda series is a classic, an amazing game. So many different weapons, so many different things you can do. This one's awesome. Now, the second one is one that I actually got for Christmas, Adventures of Link. I got this for Christmas way back in the day, and I had a ton of fun playing it. Actually gave it to my cousin so they could play it, and when I got it back, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna need to play that, and then I sucked at it. It definitely can be a little frustrating, and it's a big change from the first one. Adventures of Link, there's a lot of that side-scrolling stuff. You definitely need to have your wits about you for most of the side-scrolling levels in this one, and it's good to know that the extra lives or stuff you're gonna want to be careful picking up. Save those kind of till the end, because that last level is nearly impossible. Now, I have beat this one, but it did take me like a week straight of that last level before I finally made it through. And then I had like 1 health bar left. And then something really bad happened, and I got so lucky. But if you got some time this holiday season, you have some hand-eye coordination, you don't mind getting a blister on your thumb, this is a great game. This would be an awesome game. Either one of these, amazing games for this holiday season. And who doesn't want to tear a present open and find a golden cartridge inside?
The Legend of Zelda continues.
Defeat your enemies, save the kingdom, use your sword.
I cannot help you.
Find the crystals. Rescue the princess.
Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. And now, get into the latest Nintendo games. Ghostbusters 2 and Iron Sword. Only from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
All right, the last ones, these are a beat 'em up style game. These are amazing games. I would totally skip the first one in the series if I was you, though, because I've had enough of electric seaweed for a lifetime.
Fresh from the sewer. And into your Nintendo Entertainment System comes Ultra's version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now you can take control of these heroes in a half shell as they nunchuck, swim, and bazooka blast their way through sewers and streets, ridding the world of rival robots, wretched ruffians, and the evil Foot Clan forever. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're out of the sewers and available where Ultra games are sold.
Now, the second 2 games in that series on the NES are amazing. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project. This is an amazing game, and they stepped it up with this one. If you like the Ninja Turtles, if maybe your kids like the Ninja Turtles still, these are great games. Again, another one where you could introduce them to that cartoon and then introduce them to these for Christmas. These are so much fun. I do know that the arcade on this isn't quite as good as the actual arcade, but when it comes to Manhattan Project, this one's just awesome. I love the Foot Clan all do different things. Same with this one. Foot Clan do different things. It's a great game, so much fun. I don't know why, but this one I think is maybe just slightly better, but the arcade game is so much fun. The one that we all wish the first one in the series would have been. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games on the NES, these 2, maybe not so much Electric Seaweed 1. These 2 are amazing. I would love to get these for Christmas. To this day, either one of these are amazing. Again, it's something you could introduce to your kids, get them to watch that original series, or maybe some of the newer series. Just get them to watch the original series, right? Let's pretend that's the one. And then get them to play these. And then you could move it forward with some of the other Turtles games. Shredder's Revenge, that's an awesome game. It is basically the sequel to these ones, and it's incredible. You can get that one on the Xbox or the PlayStation, those current gen consoles, and have a lot of fun with that. And again, the nostalgia factor on these, introducing maybe your kids or those younger cousins to this, bringing them into the Nintendo. These are great options to play or pick up for the holidays. So that's 10-ish series or sets of games and some single games that would be great to pick up for the holidays. Honestly, if you have a friend that's into Nintendo games, some of these ones would be amazing pickups. And every one of these I would love to find under the tree on a Christmas morning.
Ho, ho, ho!